Namaste and welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Let's give you a wave. Today we're testing the new and still graphene acrylic tyre shine spray coating from Turtle Wax. Okay, it's been sent to me. How are we testing it? We're testing it on this test tyre here, which has been really well prepped. You know, it's clean and it's dry. Okay, it's about as well prepped as a tyre will ever get. And we're going to test it up against Auto Glim high performance tyre gel. I've decanted that, so you won't find it in this funny little bottle. And I'll put a link to my best tyre shine video that I did, and that was the winner. Good all-rounder. And it's what I use. So, can this new product outperform this one? Now, I have here my notes. This new Hybrid Solutions product cost £18, I believe, at the time of shooting this video, the end of 2021, for 680ml of this spray-on product. £18. It contains graphene and acrylic. The graphene will be the controversial thing there, because I don't think it's been used in tyres before. What's the graphene bringing to the party? Turtle Wax's wet and black product costs about £5 for 500ml. I used to use it for years, and that was like silicone. You know, it was a solvent-based silicone-y one that you could just spray on, and it was all right. Back then I wasn't really looking at how long they lasted. I just liked the fact you could spray it on, you didn't have to touch it. This one you need to put on a applicator and sort of rub it in and remove off any excess. This one you need to spray on, so you cover it over the tyre, leave it for 3 to 5 minutes, and make sure you've got no excess on there. So just make sure, you know, you've got a good layer. You can double layer all of these, so you can go again with this if you want to increase shine, and same with that one. So 18 quid for 650ml. What does it claim? It claims it's wash-proof, so we'll try and wash it off. It claims months of protection as opposed to just weeks. I find they all need to be redressed every time. Really, if you want nice tyres, you've got to redress them. You know, they always look a bit tired after you've been driving the car for a few weeks. Adjustable protection, so you can add layers of it. Prevents tyre blooming, so that's tyre blooming is all the brown stuff coming out of the tyre. You see a bit of browning there. That is a component of the tyre called an anti-ozonant, which keeps the tyre moist and stops it cracking. If you flush that out of the composition of the tyre should perish prematurely. So you don't want a dressing that promotes bloomage or blooming. It says jet black finish. We're going to get our blackness meter. We have a blackness meter on this channel. Isn't that cool? The row point, I can't remember what it's called. Is it Solo? I'll go and get it in a second. We need the products to dry. Can measure the blackness, so we can cross compare how black this makes the tyre compared to all of the products in the test that we linked earlier on. So it'll give us some relevant data, and the testing was done on the other side of this very same tyre. So we'll know exactly how much it blackens the tyre by. It also, my gate's opening, sorry. It also says it protects against UV rays and chemicals. So I'm a cynic when it comes to tyre protection, because you only ever put the protection on one side. What about this face that, you know, smashes against the road and getting worn? The physical wear on this will always usurp any UV or chemical damage done on this tyre, on this face. There are arguments against that, but I go through tyres quite quickly, so chemical, you know, UV rays in the UK isn't much of an issue for me. It also says that it preserves rubber. Well, maybe. I just don't know. I'm agnostic on all of that sort of stuff, as I've said. So there's my position. There's the preface to what we're doing in this particular video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're new to detailing, check out my Detailing Fundamentals course in the link below. And also come and join our private community and enter monthly conversations or get advanced viewing on videos. That's what we do. We're a detailing channel if you're new. So join us in the Patreon community, links in the description. I'm going to end this segment here and move on to applying the product so we can see in real time what it looks like as it goes down. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so let's get started. Let's turn this thing on. Give it a nice good shake. Prime it, get some on the wheelie bins. Yeah, we're on. There we go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's very dark. Just checking it's in there, as you know. Okay, let's not mess around. Let's get this on the tyre. I've just put a bit of tape so I don't overspray. Let's just have a look at this. Okay, can you see? Yeah, you can. Okay, it's quite kind of thick. So you're really going to need to spread this around. There's quite a lot of product, but I like to put a lot of product on. Don't mess around here. We don't mess around. So, what does it say? Just spray it. And we better follow the instructions. Hold on a second. I have read the instructions. Now, under here, look. Here we go. Thoroughly wash, scrub, rinse, and dry. You've done that, shake it, spray evenly onto the tyre surface, allow it to penetrate 3 to 5 minutes, wipe excess away with a microfiber towel or something like that. Yeah, so I use a microfiber towel. So that's fine. Let's just observe it. This tyre's a bit knackered, but never mind. Quite thick. It's good. You're not going to get it all running down. You know, it has to cling, or you're going to get it running over the face of your alloys. It's going to need cleaning off. So now let's go to the auto glimmage. So sorry about the camera work. Right, let's put that down there. Give that a bit of a shake. This is quite greasy, and it's quite slimy. But let's just get some on there. I'm going to put this down so I can hold the tyre. Might not be the best angle, but you get the idea. I'll show you the after effects. Always like to get it on, work it in so there's no little missing bits. That's it. That's my applicator in there. I'll keep it in a bag because it gets all slimy. What applicator is it, John? It's the Adams one. It's good. It's lasted me a long time, that has. And you can get your hands off the slime. But I've got some on my thumb. It's the only thing with the Auto Glim product is it's a slimer. So you should really wear the gloves. John, why are you not wearing gloves? Because I've got a film, you idiot. I can't work the touch screen. Sorry, someone was saying that the other day. You get that all the time. So I'm just going to let these dry on there. So I won't make any comments yet about what this looks like. But I would imagine, well, I'm about to make a comment. I would imagine the Auto Glim is going to be shinier because it's got that thicker silicone solvent thing going on. This feels a bit more watery. So I'm guessing that's going to be shinier by what I'm seeing. So let's just open this up a bit so you can see everything. Right, that's been on there for over 3 minutes now. So let's wipe it off while you're here. So let's get a clean side to this microfiber towel. And let's just wipe this off. It's really nice underneath. So you could just, it's nice and easy to work with this. It's nice and loose. That's done a good job. I like that. So let's just flip this over now. And we'll take off some of the excess with the Auto Glim. There'll still be loads on here. You know, it's thicker. I can't wipe it all off. So we're just going to make sure we leave that material there. This is a different side of the microfiber cloth as well. Right. And now what I'm going to do is show you the finish on the turtle wax. So that's what you're going to get delivered immediately after you apply that. And that's pretty nice. I don't think you'd be too disappointed with that. This is, at the moment, it's too shiny, but this dries off and it looks great. It's one of the reasons I like it. It's when it's dried off the next day and you don't have that, you know, that material there, the solvent's gone, and you just got the silicone that sort of dries on the tyre. I think it looks good. It was up there as the best looking one with Sonax, but the difference was this one lasts a bit longer, well, a lot longer than the Sonax, which does wash off. So, okay, I'm going to leave this and we'll come back in about an hour's time. Let's take this off, and I'll be back in 1 hour to look at the finish, and we'll take measurements then of the darkening, the Ozzy Osbourne measurement, the darkness. Never do humour. See you in a bit. Okay guys, we're back. It's been a few hours. You can see the Auto Glim is still shiny and glossy. Very nice, consistent. This does dry off. It dries off a lot quicker in the summer. If you wanted to drive your car, I would go over this and dry it more with a microfiber, because there's a lot of product on there, but I have wiped it once. I tend to apply this, leave it overnight, and then the next day it settles down, and it's a good dressing. It's my favourite. I'm not that fussy about dressings. The Turtle Wax one is bone dry, okay? But it's not as prolific. You know what I mean? There's product everywhere on this bit, whereas there's little bits that don't look quite as good. Here, I've done 2 layers of the Turtle Wax. Can you see where I've done 2? It's a much better, darker kind of finish when you build up the product. A bit more sheen on it. So this benefits from 2 layers, in my opinion. Now, if we take our Row Point Duo Plus, this is a darkness meter. We're lucky to have all these gadgets like James Bond. Now we can just take some readings. Just need to make sure. Hold on a second. That's it. I want to be on that top side of that rim. So 1.7, 1.9, 2.2, 1.7. 1.5. It just gives us some ideas on the darkness. Okay, 1.2, it's better. Bit of variation. Now if I come over to where I haven't treated, I'm expecting this to be sort of higher than 2. Yeah. So yeah. There's a definitely, I mean, you can see it on the camera, can't you? That is darker than an untreated tyre. So these definitely do have a darkening effect, but I can say that the darkening of the Auto Glim is going to be a lot higher. Okay, let's just take some results. Or I think it's going to be higher. Yeah. This ties in. This this darkness meter tells you. It's got a nice little bit there. Yeah. This darkness meter, your eyes, you can see that is going to be darker than that. And that is darker than that. And this product just puts numbers around it, so you can do a bit of testing. Let's just wipe that, because... Okay, so here's some consumer information for you. In my tyre shine video, the darkest one was Maguire's Endurance, around 0.74. The Auto Glim measured 1.12 on average. So I can't remember if I let it dry off. When it stays wetter, it seems to darken it more. But when it dries, that number will increase a little bit more. The old Turtle Wax product had 1.74, the old wet and black. So, yeah, interesting. The thing to conclude from all this darkness stuff is that this isn't putting an epic amount of darkness on the tyre compared to other products, really. So it's more sceney. The scene prefers like a finish that isn't slimy and has a certain amount of, let's just tip this up a little bit, hold on a second. Has a little bit of sheen on it. But this obviously looks too greasy at the moment, but that will settle down. And this will still be going in 2 or 3 weeks' time. So that's the advantage. And if we come back, what you can see from a distance is that the untreated rubber looks a bit rough. The Turtle Wax treated rubber looks pretty decent. And the Auto Glim one is darker and a hell of a lot more shiny. So you can make your mind up. This is just giving you the information you need to make your mind up, okay? The next thing I want to cover is price. The market average price was £30.65 per litre, which sounds very high, doesn't it? I think we had a real high, expensive product in there from Optimum that was really boosting that average price per litre up. And that's over about eight different tyre shines. This product is £18 for 680. So really, if we add another third to the cost, another £6, that will give us the price per litre roughly, which is about 20. Add another 6 is about £24 per litre. So believe it or not, this is actually underneath the market average price. But the normal turtle wax, wet and black, you can pick that up for £5 for 500ml, which is about £10 a litre. So this feels expensive to me, but I'm giving you, against the market averages, it's probably not that expensive. Turtle wax obviously have to keep in line. They can't go mad with the price when they're in Halfords. So they tend to know a little bit more about what they're pricing against. This feels expensive, but it's okay. I'm not sure of the price of this product, but I bought 2 bottles of it and a litre, and this will last me a long, long time. It will just last me years because I have so many other products. This product, let's just talk about some little application things, okay? This product is greasy and slimy to apply, but you put it on the applicator and work it around the tyre, so you can't really get any overspray or anything. This product you can get overspray with, so I've actually applied it down to this tyre here. You can see it's put a nice shine on the tyre, but you can't really just spray it on without it going everywhere. So what you have to do is kind of spray carefully, and then you end up kind of spreading it. So you're almost better off using an applicator. So if you just spray it everywhere, you've got this kind of grey, watery stuff that you have to wipe off, but it does wipe okay with a microfiber. It's not, it feels watery, you know, maybe water based, but you know, there you go. This stuff reminds me very much of this stuff. Even the same colour. Geon Tyre Express. This is a watery one that you can actually use on the tyres wet. They look quite similar and they go on quite similar. Right. What is the graphene bringing to the table? No idea. No idea. No idea. So how long does this last? I don't know, but we'll aim to test that before I publish this video. We'll try and wash it as well. All this stuff I'm agnostic to. Here's some positives and negatives. If you like a glossy, shiny coating, then this product is not really going to be for you. It can put a little bit of sheen on it, satin sheen if you do 2 coats. Reminds me of Geon Tyre Express, which is a good thing. What are the negatives? The negatives are 1 coat isn't as good as 2, so you're always going to, that says coat as well. So you're always going to want to put 2 on. You have to wait 3 to 5 minutes in between coats. It's going to slow you down. I still think the price is a bit of a negative. The application of a spray means you can risk overspray if you're hurling it on. That's really it, guys. So we'll do some other bits of work on durability, and I'll append them to the end of this, do a final conclusions on the product, and then we'll be done. You also wouldn't buy this product here if you're looking for prolific darkening of the tyre, okay? So what does it do? It darkens off the tyre. You can see that much. It puts a small amount of sheen on there. Good prep will benefit this, whereas you can get away with poor prep with this one because it's so thick and wet, it masks what's going on underneath. If you don't put 2 coats on or prep well, the finish is perhaps going to be slightly more patchy. So that's down to you, but you can see it's definitely giving it a fresh rubber look. So yeah, it just really comes down to preference, doesn't it? Okay, let's end this segment and I'll come back when I've done durability and wash resistance. Okay guys, we're back. It's a different day. We're going to clean the bottom half of both these tyres. Put loads of this stuff on. You're supposed to leave this for a bit, aren't you? Right. We'll just let that penetrate in. It ain't gonna hurt to scrub it. Okay, and over here. Let's rinse off. Go and get some air so we don't scrub it, so we don't absorb it. Where's your 9mm? Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Hold on. It's interesting. Let's just come back. That has affected it, because you can see there where it's still got a darker sheen on it, and there it's sort of lighter now, gone a bit grayer. And same with this one really, but not quite as much. You see, like the silicone, this I think is a silicone based one, is drying out a little bit here where I scrubbed it on the edge, but it's still sort of got the thing there, whereas if you go up here where I haven't rubbed it, it's still got all the silicone there. So scrubbing the hell out of them with quite a strong tyre cleaner does degrade them. So there you go, and it's been over a day they've been on there, so they would have done their full drying. So washing these products degrades them a little bit. I tend to dress my tyres when I wash my car, not always, but I tend to. But anyway, that's the results, and you can see it on camera. So I think a bit of degradation on both of them, but a bit more degradation there than there, in my opinion. You can see what I'm seeing. So there we go. Okay guys, final conclusions on the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Graphene Acrylic Tyre Shine. Some tips. I think 2 coats of this product is a lot better. You get a more consistent finish, and it puts a nice sheen on the tyre without giving you a glossy wet look, which the Autoglym product will give you on application. The trade-off is, I think, that those heavier slimy ones last a bit longer, and when they settle down, you know, they lose that initial wet look shine, and then they sort of hold out well. So if you don't like that wet look shine, then you'll be interested in this. The downside of having to put the 2 layers on it to really get the benefits are that you really have to leave it for 3 to 5 minutes to kind of penetrate in, and you're better off working it with a little brush just to make sure you've got all the coverage, and having a rag to hand to get rid of any overspray. If you do that, you'll get a decent looking sheen. This tyre dressing does seem to be affected by washing, although you don't strip it like some that can be stripped. So, but you will degrade it when you wash. That's part of the business. So you're probably going to be redressing your car every 2 weeks when you wash it to get your tyre looking nice. It does give you a fresh rubber look rather than a wet look. We've covered the negatives. It's not the darkest, you know, it's not the darkest dressing according to our darkness meter. The 2 coats, the price, because you can get cheaper. Like if you compare it to their green bottle one, it's, you know, it's a lot cheaper, that is. Overspray, a little bit of an issue. And it's not prolific as a dressing. So it's more of a scenic dressing. But I think some people will like it. It seems to go on really well, and in simple terms, you can see the little sheen on the rubber there. And a lot of people do like that. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're going to get with this particular product. I will put an update, a pinned comment update, to say how long it lasts when it's just left outside against the Auto Glim product. So we'll get an idea on durability as well. But that's going to take a few weeks, and I'll hurl some. When I wash the car, I'll foam over the tyre and jet wash off the tyre as well, so it gets some detergent on there, just like if I was washing a car. So that's it on this one, guys. If you want to buy the product, you can order it online. I'll put a link for it in the description. Other than that, as always, let me know your thoughts on these particular products. We may do a review of this Pure shampoo as well. I've used it a few times now. I haven't put it on the dirt simulator though, but that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you like all this detailing content, and I'll see you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel. Bye for now. Dum da dum da dum 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 dum.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I?